There are places in America that don't make the news. Places you won't find on postcards or travel blogs. Places where the past didn't just fade, stayed frozen. Hidden in the backroads of Alabama are towns that once had everything. Families, purpose. They have silence. And the stories they hold raise a question most people never think to ask. What happens when a town is no longer needed? At the meeting point of the Alabama and Cahawba rivers lie the remains of something extraordinary. Cahawba. In 1820, Cahawba became the first capital of Alabama. It was supposed to be permanent, a center of power, a symbol of growth in a young state. And for a time, it was. Politicians walked its streets. Businesses flourished. Elegant homes rose from the soil. But the same rivers that made Cahawba important also made it vulnerable. Flooding wasn't rare. It was constant, relentless. Each year, the water returned. And each year, it took a little more. Until finally, the state government made a decision. They moved the capital. And when the power left, everything else followed. By the mid-1800s, Cahawba was already fading. By the early 1900s, it was gone. Today, the forest has reclaimed it. Brick chimneys stand where homes once lived. Tree roots twist through old foundations. Capital city, reduced to whispers in the woods. In the late 1800s, Birmingham was rising fast. Steel made it powerful. Industry made it rich. And surrounding it, entire towns were built to support that machine. Places like Ensley and Pratt City. Ensley was once called the Pittsburgh of the South. Furnaces burned day and night. Workers flooded in from across the region. You didn't just live in Ensley, you depended on it. But industries don't last forever. As steel production declined, so did the town. Factories shut down. Jobs disappeared. Families left. And then, in 2011, a tornado tore through Pratt City, not just damaging homes, but destroying what little stability remained. Entire blocks were wiped out. And while some tried to rebuild, many never came back. Today, you can still walk through parts of these communities and see the gap between what they were and what they are now. Some towns weren't lost to time. They were sacrificed. Anniston tells one of the darkest stories in American industrial history. For decades, a chemical plant operated here, producing polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs, highly toxic chemicals. But instead of disposing of them safely, they were released into the soil, into the water, into the community. And for years, no one told the people. Children played outside. Families drank contaminated water, all while a dangerous secret was being buried. When the truth finally came out, it led to lawsuits worth hundreds of millions. But money doesn't undo damage like that. Even today, the legacy remains. In the land, in the health of residents, in the reputation of a town that trusted the wrong system. There are places that history remembers, but the present forgets. Selma is one of them. In 1965, this town became the center of the civil rights movement. Marchers crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge, facing violence, demanding the right to vote. And they changed America. But today, Selma tells a different story. Economic decline, population loss, limited opportunity. The world remembers what happened here. But fewer people pay attention to what's happening now. And for the people who live here, history isn't enough to sustain a future. Not every forgotten town has a dramatic ending. Some just fade. Places like Greensboro and Uniontown, once active, connected communities, marked by declining populations and limited economic growth. Stores close. Schools struggle. Young people leave and don't come back. It's not one event, not one disaster. Just time, working slowly, until there's almost nothing left. These towns are different. Different histories, different causes, different endings. But they share one thing in common. They were all left behind, not just by people, but by systems, by industries that moved on, by decisions made far away, by a world that kept changing. Without them. And maybe that's the uncomfortable truth. These places aren't rare. They're everywhere, hidden in plain sight. 'Cause progress doesn't always take everyone with it. So the next time you think about America, think about the places you don't hear about. The towns without headlines. The communities without attention. Because their stories matter too. And forgetting them might say more about us than it does about them. Thanks for joining us today. Do well to like and comment about what you know about Alabama. And please subscribe to this channel.